Hello, and welcome to the online edition of Nightwatch for July 2023. My name is Bill, coming to you from the Sudekum Planetarium here at Adventure Science Center in Nashville. And as always, we'll start off with the moon phases for this month of July. We find the moon will be at its full phase on July 3rd. Last quarter moon on the 9th, new moon on the 17th, and first quarter moon on the 25th. Looking at planets in our sky, we have 2 planets easily visible in our evening sky and 2 planets in the morning sky. Starting off with the evening, after sunset, low in the western sky, we do have the planets Venus and Mars, which will remain near each other for the entire month. But again, this is low in the western sky after sunset. Venus appears as the very bright white star-like object in the western sky after sunset, and to its upper left we do have the planet Mars, much dimmer, so you do have to wait for it to get darker, and it appears red-orange in color. And they will be getting lower near the horizon as we go through the month. The very thin crescent moon will be passing above the planet Venus and to the right of Mars, making a beautiful gathering on the early evening of July 20th. In our morning sky, we have 2 planets as well. One of them is rising in the evening sky at about 10:30 p.m. and is high in the southern sky by 3:30 in the morning. And that is the farthest planet you can see with your eyes, the planet Saturn, number 6 from the Sun. Saturn appears as a yellowish or cream-colored star-like object in the southern sky, and the moon will be passing below the planet Saturn late in the evening of July 6th into the morning of July 7th. The planet Jupiter now rises at about 2 o'clock in the morning and is high in the eastern sky just before sunrise. The moon will be passing just above the planet Jupiter, making a beautiful gathering on July 11th. Looking at the constellations in our evening sky at about 10 p.m. during mid-month, if we look up high in the western sky, we're catching our last views of the constellation Boötes, the herdsman, marked by the bright star Arcturus, which appears sort of orange in color. Boötes, with the star Arcturus, is sort of ending the spring constellations in our evening sky as it moves toward the west. But if we look up high overhead, we find the faint constellation Hercules, which begins the parade of summer constellations that are with us all night long as the Earth turns. And we find that Hercules, made up of very, very faint stars, is very difficult to see in many light-polluted areas in the city and suburban areas. So you may have to go out to the country far away from city lights to see the faint stars of Hercules. But rising up over in the east, we do have 3 bright stars of summer that we usually refer to as the Summer Triangle. They are the stars Vega, Deneb, and Altair, which are part of the constellations Lyra the Harp, Cygnus the Swan, and Aquila the Eagle. Going down toward the south, we do have the bright red-orange colored star Antares, which marks the brightest star in the constellation Scorpius the Scorpion. And behind Scorpius the Scorpion is the constellation Sagittarius, but most people see the stars in that constellation as the shape of a teapot. Now don't forget, if you can't remember everything I've mentioned in this online edition of Nightwatch, you can grab a copy of our star chart at adventuresci.org/starcharts. Not only will you find out about what I've mentioned in this online edition of Nightwatch, but there's some other information about what's currently in the nighttime sky and also in other areas of the sky. And don't forget, you're also invited to join us here at the Sudekum Planetarium to see the regular planetarium edition of Nightwatch in our Star Theater, as well as other planetarium shows. Check out our website, adventuresci.org, for our calendar listings for showtimes and age recommendations. And once again, my name is Bill, coming to you from the Sudekum Planetarium here at Adventure Science Center, and I want to thank you for listening to this online edition of Nightwatch. Until next month, I wish you clear skies.